This is Joe Foy, National Campaign Director for the Wilderness Committee. This is another on-the-ground report, this time from the shores of Burrard Inlet. I'm with Wilderness Committee Climate and Energy Campaigner Eoin Madden, looking at projects that expand the exports of oil and coal from Port Metro Vancouver.
Well, we're here at the Westridge dock, which is where all of the bitumen is going to be loaded onto ships and shipped out, and more ships have been coming in as time has gone on. We're at a guaranteed 27,000 barrels a day to come out of this dock here. And people are worried here locally. You know, this is a spill waiting to happen for a lot of people. We've got First Nations lands across the way, and this is their spiritual waters. So it's great just to get a perspective on what we're talking about. This is the facility, and although it doesn't look huge, it pumps a hell of a lot of bitumen.
Kinder Morgan is seeking to greatly expand the amount of oil tankers that come to this terminal. From here we headed across the inlet to North Vancouver to see another expansion project, this time the coal project at Neptune bulk terminals.
So we're here in North Vancouver at the Neptune bulk terminal. This is where Port Metro Vancouver thinks it's appropriate to send 8 million metric tons of coal to Asia. When they considered this application, the port didn't take into consideration all the people that live along the Fraser Valley that have to have this huge increase in train traffic and coal dust. They didn't think of everyone that wants to deal with climate change. So we're going to bring that message back to the people and back to this port and say they should have thought about these things before they gave this application the go-ahead.
And now we're going to hear from Eoin Madden, who's actually the new Climate and Energy Campaigner for the Wilderness Committee.
Joan Kerr came up with some very good information for all of us to know. She spoke about how much, in the space of 10 minutes, a pipeline at 300,000 barrels per day emits, and that's about 2,083 barrels. So in 10 minutes, we know the rate at which one of these pipelines would disperse oil. You multiply that by 3 for this current sort of proposal, and you're at 6,000 barrels per day. It takes 10 minutes for a control tower in Edmonton that's run by Kinder Morgan to even know there's a problem. So you've seen the picture from Ben at the 1,000 barrels per day, what that sort of looks like. There's a big risk. Then in 2010, we sort of noticed a new application from Kinder Morgan, and it was called a firm service application. So I recognize a lot of these terms are sort of woolly and legal, but what it basically was a shifting around of how the suppliers interact with the pipeline so that money could be built up to actually extend the pipeline.
Well, that's all the time we have for now. This has been Joe Foy, National Campaign Director for the Wilderness Committee, and I'm urging you to contact us today and join in the campaign to stop those pipeline expansions, stop those coal port expansions, and fight the root causes of climate change.